just went blank. It just went blank. Didn't give me no warning. Didn't give me nothing. Just went blank. I guess I've been talking too much. So I said, shit, I'm gonna get in here and try it again, man. I can't just drop people, see if everybody, it just went blank, man. It just totally went blank. And see, here's the problem you'll find with most people on the internet. It just went blank. My phone just cut off. Just cut off. It just cut off. Didn't even give me no warning or nothing. I look up, my home screen is on the phone. It just went dark and bam, went straight to the home screen. So I had to come back. And see, most content creators struggle with most content creators struggle with conversations, with trying to keep people engaged. A lot of folk don't know how to keep people engaged. So after a while, they get bored. They fall off. But man, when you like what you do, you can always keep an engaging conversation about something. When you enjoy what you do, an engaging conversation is always at your fingertips. Remember that, ladies and gentlemen. This is why you have to like what you do. This is why you have to believe in what you do. Because when you do, you will always have an engaging conversation at your fingertips. See, at all fingertips, got an engaging conversation, and you can go any way you want to. Okay? Seriously. And this is what a lot of people are missing. They can't have an engaging conversation without being bored or unenthused or just flat out flat. They can't do it. And when you master that, see, you can still be authentic. You can still do your thing. And that's what's missing with a lot of people now is authenticity, being authentic. They just, people got, pretend. I told y'all, they got women with fake hair, fake breasts, fake nails, fake eyes, fake eyelids, fake butt, and they looking for a real man. Everything about them is fake, but they looking for a real man. Like that's what a real man wants, something fake. See, a real man don't want nothing fake. A real man wants something he can trust. And when you see a woman, and I'm just talking to you from a man's point of view. When you see a woman that's got to have all these accessories to feel good about herself, she can't be trusted. As simple as that. Because the minute she start feeling bad about herself, she gonna blow a top. And you don't know what that triggering moment might be. Anytime, that's a man or woman, that's too busy trying to be somebody else to be accepted, and you trust them, that's your fault. That's your fault. Because they're showing you from the very beginning they can't be trusted because they don't know who they are. They always trying to be what somebody else. You ever notice that? How when people meet, they always trying to be what that other person want them to be until they get in your pants. They'll be anybody you want them to be until they get in your pants. And once they get in your pants, then the real them gonna come out. Then you'll find out who the real person is. Long as you don't sleep with him, man, they'll be the nicest guy in the world. But the minute you open up your legs and he get what he want, shit, the real him gonna come out. He ain't got to pretend no more. He got what he want. He ain't got to pretend. And he can be the lousiest person in the world in the bed. He don't care. Because he ain't trying to come back. He got what he want. And unfortunately, you have so many women out here that are so lonely. The only thing they want in their bed is a man. He ain't got to have no morals. He ain't got to have no character. All he got to do is be able to scratch their itch. And they happy. They'll settle for some garbage because a man can scratch their itch. They'll settle for some abuse because a man can scratch their itch. That's a simple way, man. And we, and we walk around and act like this shit ain't real, like it don't exist. And it happens every day right in front of us. So many people are being manipulated by their emotions right now. They're being manipulated by their emotions right now. And some of them can't even help it. Some of them can't even fight it, man. They just that weak. Every time that person come around them, they just lose control. That happens, man. And if it's never happened to you, count yourself blessed. Cause it ain't no fun, man, when you care more about somebody than they care about you. And that's how most folk get their emotions manipulated. Because they end up caring more about that person than that person care about them. So they gonna put out more. And they 9 times out of 10 gonna be the first one to get hurt. Because they care. All right? Hey, man, listen. Thank y'all for being with a brother. I don't mind sharing my experiences. Because I don't have nothing to hide. I ain't got nothing to hide, man. And I hope. Thank you, Queen. And I hope, man, that some people in their own little crazy way can benefit from some of this. We got a lot of too many things that we just take for granted. We do. Well, see, Queen, if we don't if we don't share with the generation that's coming behind us, those are the ones that's going to end up abusing us because we ain't taught them no better. See, that's what's at stake right now. The generation that we are grooming to be responsible for us, when we can know another 20 years, when we can't, I'll be 90 years old, man, in 20 years. What will this world be? How callous will it be in 20 years? How callous will it be in 10 years? How crazy these young people are crazy now. How much more crazy are they going to be in 10 years? If we let just go as it's going now. Look at what we set ourselves up for. Okay? And a lot of people can't even get past the day. They don't see, man, we are grooming some kids that are going to flat out abuse us as senior citizens. That's what we're grooming. Some people that's going to flat out abuse us as senior citizens because they ain't going to have no respect. They ain't going to care. We're going to be disposable to them. Can you imagine, man? You raising a generation of kids that your old people are going to be disposable. They ain't going to have no value to you. And y'all act like you ain't getting old. A lot of y'all act like this ain't going to even affect you. You ain't going to even be touched by this. Okay? I'm serious. And this is the problem. You got too many people that are taking things for granted. Let me tell you what's wrong with the world. We have too many people that are just taking things for granted. That's what's wrong with the world right now. Too many folks take little simple things for granted. I be trying to. No, we ain't got too many people in it. We have too many people silent in this world. That's the problem. We got too many silent. Nobody wants to speak up. Everybody wants somebody else to be the answer. They don't want to be the answer. See, that's what the problem is. Most folk don't want to be involved. Because listen to me, man. When you involved, when you care about some stuff, you ain't gonna sit back and watch all this craziness going on and not step up and speak out. I mean, look how we're held hostage in our own neighborhood and are afraid to speak out. We're afraid to speak out. That's why people are minding their business. They don't want to get involved. See, because they don't want to deal with no retaliation or even the threat of any retaliation. Because they've seen it happen before where people spoke up and they were retaliated against. Right here in Washington, D.C., we had a woman at a concert at Constitution Hall, which is right around the corner from the White House, was fighting against the drug boys in her community. They let her go to the concert and killed her. Afterwards, they killed her. You think that didn't instill fear in the community? We've had several people, man, that were trying to do the right thing, man, and were killed because they were snitching. You see, that's where that snitches get stitches come from. But in the meantime, you're hostage in your own community. Cause isn't it interesting that young black men can come in our community and create these heinous crimes and still hide out among us? Ain't that interesting? See, they don't go hide out among white people. They come and hide out among us, commit these heinous crimes, and they can hide out among us. And people be scared to say, that's who you're looking for. They know who you're looking for. That's who you're looking for. They scared. They say, man, that's who you're looking for right there. They'd rather endure the hardship of the community than to say, man, that's who you're looking for. And if we never change this, ain't nothing gonna change in our community. See, the black community went to shit when the mind your business, glorified violence took over. That's when our community went to shit. When all of a sudden you couldn't say nothing to no little kid that was doing something wrong, mind your business. That's when our community went to shit. That 80s crew, it's when our community went to shit. That's when we had to mind our business. Otherwise, anybody could correct somebody black. No, you can't do that no more. Mind your business. Leave my child alone. Don't say nothing to my kid. Yeah, seriously. And see, those are the ones that glorify violence. Those are the ones that it was street cred when you went to jail. Those are the ones, man, that started that. They glorify violence. They glorify it. They ain't got no heart. They ain't got no soul. And see, and right now we're being held hostage by their offsprings. The same kids that are holding us hostage right now are the offsprings of the mind your business, glorified violence crew. Okay? This is who, and see, and the reason we having so many problems is because we ain't identified who we dealing with. Right. We're back to the gangs. See, if the streets raising them, they in a gang. And it's going to either be a color red or the color blue. Isn't that interesting? The two major gangs in the country, one color is red and one color is blue. What are the colors of the political parties? One color is red and one color is blue. Think about that for 1 minute now. Think about that. You got the Crips and you got the Bloods. One color is blue, one color is red. You got the Democrats and you got the Republicans. One color is blue and one color is red. Just that simple. What's the difference? They got the same color of the game. What's the difference? One's a Democrat, one's a Republican. One's a Crip, one's a Blood. And the police is blue. Everybody got a color, man. Everybody got a color. I don't care what organization you are. You got colors. You got colors, man. You're gonna have some colors. Look at the fraternities. Purple and gold, black and gold, red and white, pink and green, blue and yellow, just blue and white. All their colors, man. Everybody got their colors. And quiet is kept, we all identify the colors. Quiet is kept, we all identify two colors. We all got a favorite color. Yeah, the majority of the black fraternities and sororities did start at Howard University. The Alphas and the Kappas are the two that didn't. Everybody else did. Yeah, I think the Kappas started in Indiana. I think. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where did the Alphas start. I'm not sure where the Alphas started. But I know the Kappas started in Indiana. Let's see here. Okay, Alpha Phi Alpha Cornell University is where it was. Where December the 4th, 1906, is where Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity. Martin Luther King was an Alpha. Martin Luther King was a member of the Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity. Jesse Jackson, a member of Omega Psi Phi fraternity. You know, some of the famous Qs you got Michael Jordan, uh, Shaq. Man, it's a whole bunch of entertainers. Even Farrakhan is a Q. Even Farrakhan is a Q. Believe that or not. Louis Farrakhan is a Q. Sure is. Sure is. Louis Farrakhan is an Omega brother. Yes, he is. Yeah, and you'll find. Yeah. Some of them are honorary. You know, like Louis Farrakhan is honorary. Uh, Stephen, the guy on ESPN, Stephen Smith. He's an Omega. So a lot of them plays grad chapters. You know, when you play a grad chapter, you don't go through the same rigorous pledge period as you would when you go undergrad. Okay. Well, it is. Well, that's because they got money. You know, that's because they got money and they can buy their way in. You got a lot of people that's make a donation to in Farrakhan's case. He was the lamp. He started pledging, and he dropped out. And once you drop out, you are what they be called an eternal lamp. And they finally let him in. Gave them all of the passwords and all that other stuff, the handshake, and they let him in. And that's see that's what A lot of people don't understand, man. You know, you got people that be sending each other signals, and you unaware. You know, folk be sending all kind of signals. You know, and you unaware of the signals, and they talking to each other. You know, they trying to identify each other with signals. See, when you see somebody that's in your fraternity, then you got some questions to challenge that. And you got so many people that want to be a part of these organizations, they'll even lie to do so. You know how I mean? And seeing back in the day, man, some of them boys was real serious. You talking about you want to get hurt real quick? Man, go out here and pretend to be you a Q and ain't. You an imposter. Man, you had some boys kick your ass. Kick your ass, buddy, and take that shirt off you. You going around and you walking around with a fresh shirt and you can't meet the challenges? Shit. Man, they kick your ass and take that shirt. They ain't play with that, man. Some of them young boys was crazy. Yeah, no, seriously. Now, seriously. See, now they don't give a damn. You got like Boosie Badass walking around in a Kappa shirt. He wouldn't have done that with no cool shirt. Well, that's what happens, man. Debbie, you need to keep your mouth shut, man. You need to keep your mouth shut, bruh. Keep your mouth shut and start listening. You need to start looking and listening. Just shut up and start paying attention. But yeah, Boosie Badass, man. Put on a Kappa shirt. He wouldn't have done that with a Q shirt. Because somebody would have stepped to him, man. Don't you do that shit no more. They would have stepped to him. See, and you got different. Well, your look is down because that's how you look at yourself. Look how you just counted yourself out, man. Look how you just counted yourself out. Hell, you just had Tanya way back at you. Shit, she done drop you already like a hot biscuit. I just saw my other scope where this girl waved at you. And you see, there she go right there. She back up in here. She back up in here. She just waved at your ass. And I guess you didn't respond. And she back up in here, man. Just sit down and shut up, Devin. Just shut up. Shut the hell up. That's all you do. Shit, just shut the hell up. Until you find out what's going on. That's it. Like the other day when I was down at that Black Lives Matter. Oh, you 16 years married. Oh shit. Good. Okay. Okay. Good. Yeah. That's see somebody telling you, man. Relax and take notes, dude. See you trying to shoot your shot at everybody, and you don't even know y'all got nothing in common. What you need to do is sit here and listen to one of these women's conversation to see what y'all got in common, man. And then pick the topic up from there. You can't even pick up what y'all got in common, dude. Cause you so pressed. You trying to get a woman. You ain't paying attention to what she talking about. Even if you got her, you can't entertain no conversation with her. Cause all you got is your dick. Yeah. Yeah. That's all you doing, man. You walking around with your dick in your hand. And you talking about you trying to find a relationship. Get real with yourself, man. It's too many of you guys walking around with your dick in your hand. And you walking up to these women with your dick in your hand and expect for them to go along with that shit. They ain't supposed to be. And see, and too many of these rappers right now walking around with their dicks in their hands up to these women, and they taking that shit, man. And that's wrong. Okay? That's the problem, man. Get your dick out of your hand. Maybe you might can catch something. Yeah, you walking around, your dick in your hand. I talking about, hey, Nicole, is 5 or 6 inches big? You don't. That's not the first question you ask a woman. And goddamn, if you're gonna ask her that, why can't you at least pique her imagination? Say, shit, is 10, 11 inches big, Nicole? You start out at 5 or 6. That show you ain't got no confidence right there. Yeah. See, you ain't listening. Yeah. See, and this is a problem, man. We have too many people that are afraid to be honest about the intent. Man, if you ain't looking for no relationship, why don't you tell a woman, I'm just trying to hang out. I ain't trying to get in nothing serious. See, most of y'all won't even say that to a woman. Man, I ain't trying, man, I'm just trying to chill, man. I ain't trying to get in nothing too serious. And see, you the one that she'll catch. The one that be true. Say, I ain't trying to do. See, that's the one she gonna catch. Cause at least you honest with her. And she know what you're saying. You tell a woman, I want to hang out. I'm not really trying to get in no committed relationship. And now it's on her as to whether she want to accept that or not. See, let her decide. And unfortunately, most of y'all lie to them and don't give them that choice. You make them decide that because you won't be honest. That's immature and deceitful. You're absolutely right. Man, tell people where you are. So at the end of the day, when the shit hit the fan, they can't say, well, you lied to me. You deceived me. I thought you wanted a relationship and you just want some pussy. And see, and unfortunately, most men think the only way they can get some sex is they got to go around and make women think they want to be in a relationship when they really don't. And you'll be surprised, man, how many women give you some pussy just because you honest. Because they don't get it often. I'm serious. You got a woman. I ain't talking about none of these little girls that's out here. I'm talking about a real woman. If you told her what was on your mind, she would have a better chance. If you got a better chance with her than you would trying to trick her. Okay? Seriously, man. Because like I told you, see, what most folk ain't experienced is age. See, I'm telling you young people, man, when you hit that 60, it ain't about love no more. Let me say that again. When you hit that 60, it ain't about love no more, man. Love, if love is in the mix, man, that's the cherry on top. It's about what you can tolerate. See, the older you get, it's about what your ass can tolerate. It ain't about you being in love. Shit, it's about what won't get on your nerves. Cause as you get older, your goddamn nerves can't take a whole bunch of bullshit. When you start getting older, when you can see the end, you ain't got time to be playing no games. See, all of this partying and clubbing, and man, when you get old, shit, you ain't got time for that shit. You trying to enjoy the rest of your days. It's just that simple. You see, and them jokers that's out there still playing that game, still running that game, they stuck in their past. These guys walking today in 2023, they're still walking around with their dicks in their hands. They stuck in their past. They stuck, man. That's the only thing worked for them. And they stuck. They don't know how to be honest. They don't know how to be sincere. And they will, and see, and the sad part about it, most of them are taking options, don't give a woman an option because they be lying. See, when somebody lie to you, they taking away your options. They ain't giving you an opportunity to say no because they deceiving you. Some of the shit they doing, if you knew the truth, you might say, man, I don't go along with that. But they gonna deceive you and make you go along with it. And then some of y'all, once you done tried it out a couple of times, you start liking that shit. The very shit they deceived you about, you start liking it. No, you ain't blocked. You up in here? No, you ain't blocked. You mean are you blocked? Your shit coming up on the screen? If you was blocked, buddy, you'd know. Because that shit wouldn't go nowhere. Sorry, no access. See, this is the stuff we have to deal with, man. And unfortunately, you know, you get people like Kevin Samuels that'll come up and tell you you got to tolerate cheating if you want to be able to have any kind of relationship. You got to put up with a man that'll cheat just to be in a relationship. And that's bullshit. You ain't got to put up with no man that cheat. That's bullshit. You see? And if you don't believe in yourself, well, see, what he's telling you is that anybody that's on that level, they cheat. And that's not necessarily true. Everybody up there ain't cheating. You got some faithful people up there. You don't know about them because they in the news. There are a lot of people with money, man. They're faithful. Ain't screwing around. Ain't having affairs. And see, and let me tell you something, man. Whether you want to believe this or not, but every time you intimate with somebody, man, you get a soul attachment. Y'all exchange souls. What? True conductor. When you have sex with a person, man, y'all souls are mixed up. You got soul ties. And if you think I'm lying, I bet you can remember some good sex that ain't in your life that you used to have. I bet you can remember that shit. I bet you that shit still make you tinkle. And there ain't nowhere in your life. If you done had some good sex in your life that you done broke up with, shit, that's your measuring stick right there. That's how you determine who else is good. Based on that shit that didn't work for you. But that's your rule. That's your guide right there. And if it don't measure up to that, you ain't got no patience for it. You don't even want it. Because you know what good is. See, once you get a taste of good, buddy, you ain't gonna sell for anything. Well, no. Listen, man. Let me tell you something, dude. Don't you think for 1 minute that some women don't want some good dick with some money? Now, let me say that shit again. Don't you think for 1 minute a woman don't want no good dick with no money? After a while, she gonna get bored with that money. That girl want her itch scratched. Her itch scratched. And if you got some money too, shit, buddy, you on top of the world. I told y'all, listen to me, man. Everybody want to have some debt-free sex. Everybody want to experience that once in their lifetime, man. To have some debt-free sex. I'm talking about some shit where you can say, man, get the plane ready. I'll be there in an hour. I'm on my way to Paris. I'm going to the Caribbean. You see, and you ain't got no problem, and you ain't got to ask nobody. You can take off anytime you want to. That's debt-free sex. See, when you have some sex with someone, man, that's a whole nother mindset. I want to experience with my wife. I'm telling you, I want to experience that shit with my wife. I want to see if she gonna be the first one to get some of this debt-free dick. Yes, indeed. Why would I go out and share some debt-free dick with somebody I don't even know? That shit don't even make sense. I can't trust him, and I can't enjoy it. But my wife, shit. Come on, baby. we going up in the sky. Let's go get on the plane and see what that's like. See, a lot of y'all ain't never had no sex on no plane, man. Shit, imagine. Think about this. I just want you to think about this shit for one time. Think about it, man. The Mile High Club, damn right. And you debt free. Think about some Mile High sex debt free. Okay? I mean, think about it, man. You up in the Mile High Club and you debt free. Shit. That's some good sex right there, boy. That's what I want. I want to see what it's like with my wife. I don't need no stranger. I want somebody I can close my eyes with, man. And I can sleep in peace with. Seriously, man. Everybody who don't want that, man. Who in their right mind don't want that? Don't want to be debt free. Don't want to have no bills, man. No bills whatsoever. None. No bills whatsoever. Any expenses that come in covered. You ain't got no bills. And you gonna tell me that intimacy ain't gonna jack up a notch? Because you debt free? Shit. And you got so many people out here, man, that's experiencing that, and the first thing they want to do is run off and share that experience with a total stranger. With a total stranger. Now, come on, man. Don't joke like that, man. Don't joke like that, man. That's not something to joke about, bro. Please don't be joking like that. Please, that's not a joke, man. See, this is what I be trying to tell people. Anything can happen. You know, anything can happen. Man, please tell me you joking, man. Please say you joking, man. Please. Please let that be a prank. Please let that be a prank, brother. Cause you know, when you talk about house fire, man, you can't replace that shit. That's gone. That stuff that's totally destroyed. A lot of memories get burned up in a house fire. Please don't say that, man. I wouldn't wish that on nobody. Okay. Wow. I'm so sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry. Because a lot of people come up in here and, uh, say a lot of things and do a lot of stuff. Wow. And who it should happen to, it don't. That's the sad thing, man. Who it should happen to, them jokers get away. Yeah, because it could have been worse. I mean, think about it. You could have got trapped in there, man. Some of your family could have got trapped in. So, whatever you lost, you can replace. And I thank God, man, that no physical damage was done. Man, I think it's an ambulance outside my window. Oh boy, it's one of them joints, boy. It's hey man, police out there ain't for me. I don't know why they out there. I ain't interested. Ain't for me. That's all I can say. It ain't for me. So, I just saw them flashes. I was like, hey man, I'm seeing these flashes in the window. What is that? And two police cars sitting out there. Ain't got nothing to do with me, man. Ain't got nothing to do with me. You know? So I ain't worried about it. And see, when I leave up out of here, shit, anything valuable, I'm taking it with me. All my valuable shit, I take with me. I take it with me. I ain't leaving my valuable shit in here. Hell no. Yeah. See, and you talking about what? But I ain't got to sleep in my car. I ain't got to sleep in my car, man. And I'll put up with this shit. Not to sleep in my car, I put up with this. I will. I will. I ain't lying, I put up with this. This better. You see that bed? That's better than trying to stretch out in that cold ass car. That's better than trying to stretch out in that cold ass car. And you think I'm gonna complain about that? No, sir. I ain't complaining about that, man. Mm-mm. I put up with this. Mm-mm. I'm serious. I put up with this. Because this is temporary. And see, and sometimes, man, we have to put up with things in life that are temporary. And unfortunately, a lot of people look at temporary situations as being permanent. This temporary, man. This inconvenience right here, this temporary. This ain't permanent. This is temporary. And that's how you have to look at it. This is just a temporary state that you in because it's going to get better. And you're going to do better. And you're going to have better. And you got to believe that. And if you don't believe it, you better start believing it. Because that's the only way things going to change. See, this is why it's important the mindset you go through when you have adversity. Because if you in the war is me and feeling sorry for yourself, that's all you're going to get. That's all you're gonna get, man. You know? But if you can look at this and you can work through this and you can stand through this, Luna, are you still there? See, that's another thing that they could do to enhance Twitter by showing you who's in your chat room. A lot of people go through adversity, man, but they go through it feeling sorry for themselves. They go through it with the woe is me attitude. They go through it second guessing themselves. They don't go through it with no confidence. Yeah. Isn't that something? Isn't that something, man? And see, and I keep telling people, this could happen. This could happen to anybody. This right here could happen to anybody. Anybody could face this here. No, I don't. Well, that's because see, Devin, you have to understand, man. That girl might have been hurt. She might be dealing with some pain, man. She might be dealing with some deception. You know, maybe she got a good heart and men have taken advantage of her. See, you ain't thought about that. Okay? You ain't thought about it. I told you, man, you need to sit down and shut up and just listen. Because she might tell you what's wrong with her. Everybody got something going on in their life. Let me say that again. Everybody got something going on in their life. The Red Cross is helping you. Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad all of your family got out. I'm glad there were no casualties, Luna, because it could have been worse. Somebody could have been trapped, and nobody was. Because you talk too damn much. That's why, Devin, you get told to shut up, because you talk too damn much, man. You talk out of pocket too much. You shut up, man. Shut up. And pay attention. Learn the rhythm. You coming in trying to be the rhythm. Learn the rhythm, man. See what's going on. Yeah, just learn the rhythm, man. See what people are talking about. See how they address topic. See, listen to me, y'all. If you really want to know what's on a person's mind, wait a minute, let me see what she say. See, well, that's good. That's good, Luna. I'm glad everybody, because, man, one of them kids could have got caught. You know, one of them kids could have got caught, Luna. See, they could have been trapped. So don't take that for granted, man. Don't take that for granted, because one of your kids, your grandkids, could have been trapped in that fire, man, and that would have been a tragedy within itself. So be thankful that, you know, even though the devil tried to destroy you, he didn't touch your family. See, that's how you're going to have to look at that. Even though he tried, he still didn't get your family. It might have inconvenienced you, and it's just an inconvenience. I'm sure you got insurance. So they're going to replace everything you lost, girl. They'll replace it. They sure will. They'll replace it. You see, and you probably deserve something new. And if you're dealing with your grandkids, that means, you know, You spending some time with them, and you probably a grandmama raising your kids, your grandkids. That's probably on your plate. And you probably saying, Lord, how come if I'm trying to do right, okay? If I'm trying to do right, how come I'm experiencing this in my life right now? And maybe, Luna, you know, sometimes God will use what you think is a disaster to actually be a blessing for you. And maybe God is using this moment to get something new to you. Because now you ain't gonna have no bill. Because whatever you get new now is gonna be paid for by the insurance. You ain't got to worry about making no payments on it. Because it's all gonna be paid for. Because the insurance is supplying it. Okay? See, that's what I'm telling you. So maybe now God is trying to get you some stuff that you do need. You'll get it through this, what you call adversity. See, now God getting ready to give you some stuff that you're going to need and that you probably couldn't afford to buy. And now you'll get it free. Because the devil thought he going to come in and mess up your house. No, I am right, girl. I am right. I know I'm right. You're going to come out of this better than you did when you coming out than you was when you went in. You're going to come out with better stuff. And shoot, might have more room. God diggity dog. Might even get a bigger house now. You might. You never know how God gonna work. You never know. Probably was electrical. Probably was electrical. And 9 times out of 10, it was electrical. Because wherever they are, it's cold, man. And I'm sure they had some heaters running and all of the other stuff. Yeah, I'm sure it probably was electrical. Yeah, I'm just thankful, man, that nobody was hurt. It was a candle. Wow. Wow. Well, man, I'm glad everybody got out safe. That's the best thing that uh, everybody got out safe, man. Everybody got out safe. Now, you do have insurance, right? That's the most important thing at this point. You do have insurance. Okay. Oh yeah, they'll cover it. They'll cover it. Man, I pray that God replace everything you lost 10 times better. I pray, man, God give you 10 times better than what you lost because of your faithfulness to your grandchildren. Okay? All right? And God gonna look out for you because you didn't turn your back on your grandkids. That's why God gonna look out for you. Because you didn't turn your back, and you could have, and you didn't. He gonna look out for you. And don't you, and you tell your husband, man, don't y'all hold y'all head down because of this. Keep your head up, Luna. Keep your attitude up, Luna. Keep believing God, Luna. Keep trusting God, Luna. Keep trusting Him. It's gonna work out. And you tell your husband, keep trusting God, man. We gotta keep trusting God now. It's gonna work out. And watch and see. Watch and see. Oh, this ain't bad news for me. Shit. This ain't no bad news for me. It'd have been bad news, man, if you'd have came up here and say, True Conductor, man, I lost one of my grandkids today in a fire. That's bad news. Everybody got out. What's bad about that news? Everybody got out. What's bad about that news? Okay? What's bad about that news? Everybody got out. That ain't no bad news. It's bad news when somebody didn't make it out, man. That's bad news. Everybody made it out. That's good news. That's real good news. Everybody made it out, man. Okay? And somebody been asking you to respond to them, so I would respond to him. Cause he did send me $50. Don't play scam, man. Don't play scam. Scam sent me $50. So whatever he's asking you, respond to him. Cause I'm telling you. Okay? I'm telling you. That dude right there that just asked you that question sent me $50 yesterday. Yesterday. Showed it, and I didn't ask him for it. He told me, check your email. And I had $50 from him. So he's asking you a question, so answer him. Answer him. Tell him where you are. See, man, I don't want people, you know, I don't mind helping people. And what I have to monitor is to make sure that people don't come up in here and be trying to pimp folk. Okay? There you go. There you go. So now, wow, man. We all facing something, man. Everybody got something going on in their life, whether they want to admit it or not. Everybody got something. Okay? Everybody got something going on in their life. We all got some issues. And sometimes, man, we just need a little compassion with each other. Well, I tell you one thing, he ain't you. He ain't you, David. That's for sure. He ain't asking nobody is 5 or 6 inches big. That's one thing he ain't doing. He ain't asking no dumb questions. Okay? Hey man, you never know who you're dealing with, man. That's why it's always nice to be nice by people, man. Be straight up with people. Cause you don't know who you're dealing with. You really don't. And see, a lot of people get on here and pretend like they poor and ain't got no money, and they be filthy rich, man. Just to see, just to see how you gonna treat them, because you think they ain't got no money, and they got money, and they trying to test you, see where your heart is. See, that's how some people will do you. They'll come up in here and pretend they ain't got nothing, man, just to see how you gonna react, just to see how you gonna treat them. That's what they do. Okay, that's what people do, man. No, he's not doxing. He's not doxing. He just asked a question, and that's a yes or no answer. So obviously, um, if somebody can ask you that information, they have access to something you don't. You see, and you know, if he can help, he gonna help. If he can't help, he won't. Okay. See, he's trying to pull the fire report. Y'all don't know how to do that. Y'all don't know how to do that. See, a lot of y'all would take that at face value. This man is asking some questions. Obviously, he know how to do something that y'all don't know how to do. Okay? He's verifying some stuff. And y'all got a problem with it. I don't know how to do that shit. Well, see, because I'm sure there are more than one fire that has happened in the city, then you're trying to narrow it down to who's who. That's all. Okay, so see now he's asking no more. Okay, okay. So listen to me, y'all. Ain't nobody got no secrets in America. You think somebody don't know everything about you? You got to be kidding. If you think for 1 minute don't nobody know everything about you. Hell, this telephone right here know everything about your ass. Right here. Yeah, I am. This telephone know all about you. Listen to all your conversation. This telephone even listen to you having sex. Let me say that again. See, this telephone right here, this thing be listening to y'all having sex. And y'all don't even realize it. You grunting and doing all this stuff, and this phone is listening to everything you saying, every conversation you have. This phone is listening. And somebody got access to that information. And you think they don't have access to that information. For all you know, some of these apps that you got on here, your favorite apps, could be listening to every conversation you having. You don't know if it is or not, because you don't know how it functions. And you think you got some privacy. You ain't got no privacy. Everybody knows something. Everybody knows something about you, whether you realize it or not. Ain't no privacy, man. Get that out of your head that you got some privacy. You ain't got no privacy. Because, let me tell you something. If they want your ass, same thing, they'll pull all that shit up just like that. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Every app, you give permission to your camera and your microphone. Think about that for 1 minute. They ask you, can I have permission to your microphone? Yes. Can I have permission to your camera? Yes. So do you think that permission stops when you ain't using the app? Think about that for a minute. Think about that for a minute. You think that permission stopped? You done gave them permission. So why should they stop? And nobody reads the terms and conditions. All you do is mash agree. Because you ain't got the patience or the time to go through and read all that shit. So you giving up something. Okay? Shoot. Girl, what's your room number? I'm going to play that in the lottery tomorrow. What is your room number? I'm playing that in the lottery tomorrow. Shit, that might be, everybody got out? Shit, what's your room number? I'm playing that in the lottery tomorrow. Don't tell me the hotel, just tell me the room number. I'm gonna play that in the lottery tomorrow. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go play that in the lottery tomorrow. Luna, what's your room number? I wanna play that in the lottery tomorrow. Hell, you ought to play that. Ooh, I'm on that. I'm on that. I'm on that. Yeah, ain't no privacy, man. Ain't no privacy, y'all. Forget about privacy. Ain't no privacy. You ain't got no privacy. They all up in your shit. And you don't even know, and you done gave them permission. Because you ain't going to take the time. All you going to do is agree with the terms and conditions. Because you ain't got time to read it. Yeah, I ain't got time to read it. Agree. You just smash agree. And you done gave away all your rights. And you going to tell me they ain't listening to you on this? You going to tell me they ain't listening? Oh, you think you got privacy? Okay. All right. Listen. Speaking of laptops. They got, listen. It's ain't no privacy, y'all. You ain't got no privacy. You ain't got no privacy. You ain't got no privacy, man. If you think you got some privacy, I'll say your bridge rarely used. You ain't got no privacy. Okay? You ain't got no privacy. Privacy is not, Okay. All right. All right. Look here, y'all. It's now midnight. It's midnight, man. And I'm going to bed. Okay? Robert, what's going on? What's happening? How you doing? Um, but Luna, you gonna be okay. You gonna be okay, Luna. You're gonna be okay. Yeah, good Lord, let me live, man. I see y'all tomorrow because it's gonna be super cold tomorrow. I don't know who you talking about, man. Who did not believe you was a scam? Thank you, Queen. Thank you, man. I try to be as honest with people as I possibly can, man, but without pulling in punches. Without pulling in punches, man. I just try to be straight up with people, and a lot of folk have a problem with that. A lot of folk have a problem with you just speaking it like it is. You know, lot of people have a problem with you being direct, and I just try to be direct with people and don't bullshit them. That's just what I try to do. I find that when you direct with people, when you sincere with people, you cut out a lot of bullshit. Yeah, now you do, man. You cut out a lot of bullshit when you're straight with people. Cause then, you ain't got to be looking over your shoulder when you're straight with people. You can focus on what's in front of you when you're straight with people. You can watch where you're going, man, when you're straight with people. When you're doing any and everything, you got to be looking over your shoulder, man. See if anybody coming up on you. See, that's what you got to focus on. And believe me, man, if you do right by people, life will do right by you. I'm serious, man. You do right by people, life gonna do right by you. Even when you going through shit, you gonna get favor, man, that most people don't even get. When you do right by people, see, you don't suffer as hard as that person that do wrong, that deceitful, evil person, that mean, nasty person. See, they gonna suffer when they have some adversity. But when you do right by people, man, even though you fall, you ain't gonna stumble as hard. Okay? You ain't gonna you ain't gonna stumble as hard, man. Your adversity is not gonna be as bitter. See, when you dishonest, when you lie, you deceive and you cheat and you do all this underhanded stuff, man, your adversity is gonna be bitter as shit. It's gonna be bitter and it's gonna be rough because that's the kind of person you are. But when you do right by people and you treat people right and you have integrity in your life, your adversity ain't gonna be so bitter. See, you ain't gonna have that bitter taste in your mouth. And that's why you can still keep believing. Cause you ain't got that bitter taste. See, that bitter taste is on the street, in your car. See, that's that bitter taste. And you ain't got that. See, that's why you be thankful and you be grateful. Okay? Okay? See, pay attention to people, man. Pay attention. The Bible say, be careful how you treat a stranger, because you never know when you're treating an angel unaware. And see, a lot of people stinking, smelling, nasty, homeless angels. And they cross your path. You can be walking down the street and out of the blue, somebody homeless cross your path. You ain't never thought about that. You minding your business. Cause every day you walk down the street, somebody homeless don't cross your path. But the days that you walking down the street, man, take notice when a homeless person cross your path. Take notice of where you are. Take notice of that. And most of us don't even pay attention to when somebody in distress crosses our path. Because that could have been the moment, man, for you to get blessed by blessing them. And you passed it up. You know, because that person was homeless. And you ain't comfortable dealing with homeless people. You ain't comfortable dealing with people without. So you'd rather give to an organization than to put it in the hands of that person. You know how many people out here that will trust an organization with some money that got to pay some salaries and some more shit? And the money you get, half of the money you get, man, it's getting able by expenses and salaries. And them people be lucky if they get $5 of that money you gave. They'll be lucky. Because them folk got to take care of the expenses first. And then what's left, they going to share it. But they going to make sure they can stay in business first before they out here trying to help somebody else. You got to remember that, man. Companies are in business for a reason. Because they got to pay salaries. And right now, see, they got it so that the only people that you want to give money to is an organization. And they paying salaries. Somebody, how they salary gonna get paid? If you ain't giving no money, if you ain't donating no money, how they gonna pay them salaries, man? They gotta pay them salaries. And after whatever's left, that's what they're gonna give away. And that might not be even a third of what you gave. And you're okay with that. You're okay with it. All right? Let me get out of here, man. I'm going to bed. I see y'all.